Hello, welcome to Lona Soul's Tarot. My name is Victoria, and today's reading we are doing what you need to know. Just a general reading. It can be love, it can be friends, it can be work. Whatever comes to your mind first is what it's for. We have two piles. We have pile one is the Ivory white silk scrunchie, and for pile two we have the champagne coffee silks scrunchie. Okay, part one, part two. I did just want to go ahead and say thank you to all of my returning subscribers, any new subscribers, and if you are new here and this is your first time, Yello, I do hope that you consider joining this little lonesome tribe over here. All are welcome. So go ahead and choose whichever pile you want. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's what I still use. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll the intro, and we'll see you at your pile. If you chose the white ivory silk scrunchie, this is gonna be your reading. For your reading today, I'm going to be using my Muse Tarot. And we are doing what you need to know, just generally. We're gonna have what you have control over, what you don't have control over, what you need to know. And at the end, we're gonna have a little oracle card as like just a general message or advice pertaining to the spread that we have here, okay? So as I always say, don't think too hard about any one thing, just vibe, pay attention to your breathing. And yeah, just vibe. Whatever's gonna come out is gonna come out regardless, okay? So relax. All right, pile one. What you need to know. This is gonna be what you have control over currently. Do I have this upside down? What you don't have control over? What you need to know? Okay. Get it all in. At the back of the deck, we have the two materials. Okay, so what you have control over. We have the Queen of Inspiration and the Lovers in reverse. Inspiration is Wands. And then the Lovers. You have control over how you feel about yourself. But you don't feel very good about yourself right now. But I think it's something that you're doing to yourself. Like, it's not even like, because this is what you can control. Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands is like a confident, just like that big type of like vibe. And when it's reversed, it's about being insecure and just don't see yourself as worthy in a sense, or like I think this has something to do with the relationship. Like some type of partnership that you were a part of. Whether you guys are still together or not. But I feel like, I don't know if you guys have broken up. Or if this is even something that you were actually like dating. Like, you know the vibe I get? I get like, when you like messing around with somebody that you really, really like, you know, and y'all like just meet or like y'all just start hanging out, and then somewhere along the line somebody loses interest and the other person is like still, their interest is still building, but the other person is like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it like that, but we could be friends, you know. I feel like this is kind of like what's happening with you, because there's nothing wrong with you, but you see yourself as something that's like not worthy or something, as if you're making yourself feel bad over something that you really shouldn't be doing. Because I mean, everybody's not going to end up with the person that you like. Everybody that you like, you're not going to end up with. That's just how the game goes. Like, that's just life. They're there to teach and whatever, what have you. But you're here, it's like you're kind of just like putting yourself down about it. Like, and that's probably like another thing that's probably turning them off, because you're making yourself feel like that. You're literally making yourself like that, because this is what you can control. So you're controlling the narrative in your head, and you're making it seem as though that person was not interested in you because of something to do with you. Like, no. That's why it's dating. You don't like, you're not gonna end up with everybody. Like, I just feel like you're putting too much emphasis on it. Like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Like, oh my God, I must not be pretty enough. Or like if they're talking to somebody else, and this is just as an example because I'm a big girl myself, but say you're like a big girl and then you're like dating this guy. Everything seemed like it was cool in the beginning, or like for the first few times it was cool, but now all of a sudden it kind of feels like he's backing off or she's backing off. And then you end up seeing like later on that he's probably on like a date with another girl and she's smaller than you, right? So you automatically take that as, oh my God, they probably just don't like me because I'm fat. And but in actuality, you don't even know, because that person, he could have known them from they were kids and they used to date when they were younger. So it's like the way you're looking at it is as if there's something wrong with you. Like, that's what you're doing. You're controlling that narrative in your head. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person actually even came to you and said like, nah, it's not what it is. Like, it's just, I wasn't feeling it. You know, like, we could still be cool. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But what you have control over is how you think about yourself. Because I don't even think that this person did something to be like mean to you. I'm not getting that vibe. This is what you're doing. This is what you're controlling that negative narrative in your head for whatever reason. What you don't have control over. We have the Six of Materials, which is the Six of Cups, upright. And the Five of Inspiration, Five of Wands in reverse. I hope you can see these. Six of Cups. And Five of Wands. Yes, that's, oh my God. Okay. This is what you don't have control over. Six of Materials is like, well, Six of Cups, I should say, is like, well, we all know cups are like, wait, no, this is not. No, my bad. This is Six of Pentacles. My fault. My fault. Oh, done. Yeah, this is Six of this is Six of Pentacles. Generosity. Okay. So Six of Pentacles, if you remember in the Rider-Waite Tarot, right? It's like it's that one picture where the guy is like in the field and he's like handing off something in the original tarot, right? And meaning like he's giving something to them. And what I'm getting from this card is you cannot control how much love someone decides to give to you. You cannot control their feelings towards you. You can't change that. That's them. That's their decision. You cannot like try to treat them better or like treat them as like a trophy or something like that, expecting that same treatment in return. Like it's like I feel like you're trying to give somebody something in return for that. And you don't have control over that. You can only give what you can give. You can't control what somebody gives you or doesn't give you. I'm telling you, because it's let me look at this. Five of Wands. We have the Five of Wands here. Upright Five of Wands is conflict, selfishness, things of that nature. And this is in reverse. It's like this, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get the vibe that this person is being mean to you. I don't get that vibe at all. I feel like they're actually being very nice about it. Like they probably sat down with you and talked to you about it. Or like you probably said something to them or like, yeah, you probably said something to them. Or they probably noticed it. They saw that they were becoming interested in somebody else. And they probably came to you and was like, look, like we were having fun and whatever, what have you, but I just don't really feel like there's anything that's going to come from this. But if you still want to be friends with me, then yeah, we could still do that. Like, cause you're a cool ass chick or a cool ass nigga. Like, we could still vibe. But I feel like the way you I feel like what you did was like you told that person, yeah, no, like it's fine. Like, I don't care. Like, please, yeah, go ahead. You know, have your fun. You know, but in actuality, you're fucking like, you're mad as hell. I feel like you're lying. Like I feel like they came and they talked to you about it. And you lied to them saying, yeah, we could be friends. Like, yeah, no problem. Sure. Like, yeah, no, I get it. I wasn't really feeling you either. Like, but in actuality, you were like this, like, the fuck? You could have just said you don't like fat chicks. Like, going back to my first story or, like, example given. You cannot control that. No matter how nice you pretend to be or how you try to pretend like something doesn't bother you, even though it does. You can't give that expecting them to give it back to you. Like, that's not how it works. What you need to do is just be honest. The way that they were honest when they came to you and told you, that was like being like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want them to feel like I thought something was wrong with them. Or I don't want, that's the vibe I'm getting from this person. They didn't want to be like angry with you, or they didn't want you to be angry with them. They didn't want you to think that you were using them. Or they were using you for like whatever. So I feel like they came to you and they talked, but you act as if nothing was wrong. And in actuality, you are actually hurt by it because look at how you making yourself feel. I feel like that whoever this person was, girl, guy, I don't care. Even if this was like a friend or like a job opportunity, I feel like whoever this happened with, I feel like they were actually being very nice to you. And I still feel like they are. But you're not being honest about how you feel about the situation. Because you're just keeping all that in. Like okay. Here, what you need to know. We have the Two of Voices and the World Cosmos. Two of Voices is the Two of Swords. Hope you can see these. And then the World Cosmos, which is the world. This is what you need to know. You need to come to terms with not always getting what you want. Not always, it's everything's not gonna work out the way that you want it to work out. And that's okay. And that shit hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's hurting. Like, that hurts. Especially if you're talking to somebody and you're actually really starting to like them, but little do you know, like, you know, they probably met somebody that they're more attracted to, or somebody that they knew from their childhood, something. Or hell, they have to leave, so they're like, I don't even want to keep doing this because I have to move to another state. Like, you have to come to terms with everything is not going to work out the way that you want it to. And that builds stamina. That's just the way the world works. Like, everything you want, believe me, if we all got everything we want, we would be some gluttonous people out here. Let me tell you, okay? We really would. And then with the world, once you come to terms with that, you'll notice when a relationship is a lesson or if it's something that is going to last forever. Because I get the vibe that whenever you're in a relationship or something like that, because I'm getting like a dating type of vibe from here, especially with that. When you learn to figure out the differences between somebody who is meant to stay in your life and someone who is just basically there to teach you something, or you teach them something, some type of like karmic bond, that is when you realize that life will start to like kind of start going your way, because you're letting things happen. You're not trying to control it. You just have to understand everything is not going to go the way you want to. It's really not. And that shit sucks. I understand, but it's life. Like, and it hurt. But you can't take whatever somebody does to you personally all the time, because sometimes it has literally nothing to do with you. Nothing. And I feel like whoever this person was, they're actually probably being very nice about it. And you lied and pretended like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine, don't worry about that, like, I appreciate you coming and telling me, oh my god, I feel so much better now. When in actuality, that like pushed down your self-esteem. You feel like you're unworthy of love. Like, if you were to open up to this, like, what I'm getting is you can't control things. Being angry or putting yourself down is not gonna it's not gonna make the situation go in your favor. If you hurt, you feel that hurt. Don't try to deny it. Don't beat yourself up in private, but then when you go out, you see other people and they're coming up to you and telling you, you're like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. No, you're not. Just be honest. Be like, yeah, that's kind of, you know, like, I don't know, it kind of sucks. Like, because I was really like you. I was really feeling you. But, you know, I appreciate you coming, you telling me, like, how you really felt instead of, you know, like, just pulling me along. I respect that you came and talked to me, even though this hurt, but you still came, you talked to me about it. You have to learn that everything's not going to always go your way. You have to learn to accept that, deal with it, and move on. It's not going to happen that fast, the way I said it. Like, it's going to take some time. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Materials, which was the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, balance. You have to gain some type of balance between when things go your way and when things don't go your way. You can't get like turned into a child and get like upset by yourself. And then try to like lie when they're coming and tell it. You have to be honest. You have to get a balance between something that's real and something that's not. Not because you think you want something and you don't get it means that you're not worthy of it. It just means that that's not for you with them, or with whatever situation that is. It's not for you in that. That doesn't mean your life is over. Like, it's gonna keep going. You just have to gain a balance between us. Okay. And we're gonna pull an oracle for you from my Soul Trees Ascension deck. You probably young. Or at least like you have a young mindset. And you know how kids be in the store when you tell them no, they can't have that candy. They lose their minds. They lose their minds. If I would have did that in the store, my mom would have just left me there. she would have just left me there. She'd be like, yeah, okay. And just walked off. You gotta get out of that. It's okay, because you never know. You may think that you would have the perfect life with this person, but then something like this happens, and then who knows, maybe like a year later, because I'm not gonna say in like a month or two you gonna meet Prince Charming, but by the next person you end up dating, you're gonna see why it didn't work out with this person. And as annoying as that sounds, and just as, oh, shut up, as like you probably want to tell me, that's really how it is. You'll see why this didn't work out. The universe has something better in plan for you. Not saying that this person is bad. It's just they have something better for you. You had something to learn. Or you had something that you needed to teach them. It's okay. Life goes on, my love. It goes on. Okay. Okay. And last messages from Oracle. Bloom. Learn to, you know, what is that flower? What's that flower that like opens up and then it goes back in and then it opens back up? Like, I don't know what that flower is, but that's what you need to do. Because like if you were that flower, you would just stay closed. If a bee didn't come and fly in you and take some of your pollen, you would feel so bad and just close yourself up. Wouldn't open up for like the next week. But all that does is kill you. It doesn't kill the flies, or the bees, I should say. You gotta learn to just balance this out. It's okay. Every situation that you want is not gonna end up happening the way that you want it to. And that is fine. But learn to accept that and just keep going. All right, so for my pounds, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for you, my loves. If this fits your switch, or what was the other one I was saying? You caught what I was throwing. Please go ahead and leave a like, maybe a comment, or please subscribe. That would be awesome sauce. But if not, that's okay. Your presence here is just enough for me. Okay. So yeah, be easy. Hope to see you in my next one. Toodaloo. Paltus, if you choose this champagne coffee color, sort of kind of coffee color, because I have my coffee right here. I was thinking maybe, I don't know. If you chose this one, it's going to be your pile. And for your reading, I'm going to be using my Light Series Tarot. Okay, so we are doing what you need to know. This can be anything dealing with, it can be general, it can be love, it can be friend, it can be job. Whatever comes into your head first, then more than likely that's what it's going to be for. Okay. So please remember, all of my readings are generalized. So if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit, and it's not for you. Don't think too far or think too much about one thing. Just vibe, pay attention to your breathing, and yeah, whatever's gonna come out is gonna come out regardless. So, woosah. All right, Paltus. What do you need to know? 2 cards for what you have control over, what you don't have control over, what you need to know. And then I'm going to pull a oracle at the end, just as a last message. What you have control over. The Emperor, 3 of Pentacles. What you don't have control over. the Hangman, Eight of Pentacles, what you need to know, Two of Cups and the Star. It's pretty. The bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Oh my God, I've never seen the Tower in this deck. Oh my God, I've never seen the Tower in this deck. And I've had this deck for a long time. That's so pretty. You see that? This is probably the prettiest rendition of the Tower that I've seen. It's so pretty. Got butterflies. That's a squirrel. Wow, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Okay, so for what you have control over, we have, make sure we are in, yeah, you can see. We have the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. This is what you have control over. The Emperor and the Three of Pentacles. With this, with the Emperor as like in what you can control, if you feel like you can take over something, or I feel like this has something to do with work. Or something productive. I don't really get love from this. I'm getting more of like a productive vibe. With the Emperor, if you want to take something over, or take a leadership role into something, even if you've never done it before, but you kind of feel like you could do it, I think you should do it. I get like a leadership vibe. And then Three of Pentacles is all about like collaborations and like teamwork and like working together with other people, marketing. What do they call that thing? Oh my God. Where it's like you go to like a party and you're like talking to other people. What do they call it? I don't know what the hell they call that. But whatever that is, that's what it is. What is the word? When it's like is it marketing? I would think it's marketing, yeah. Like it's what Tyra Banks used to always tell them on when they would go to like the auditions or stuff. Like a gig is something. I'm just gonna say market. This is like I feel like you want to take some kind of like leadership role in something in your life, and you have like, you can do that. I don't know if somebody in the back is like probably telling you like, no, you know, do it next time, or I don't really think it's like that either. I think it's just you want to start something or be in charge of something, but you're just sitting down. But you can, because I feel like you have people that you're around that are telling you, yeah, you will be bomb as a manager or whatever. Like if you work at a job and you were probably offered a promotion or something. Do it. Nothing else is holding you back. Like you have full control over that. And if you don't want to, then don't. You have control over that. But it's like there's something that you want to lead, or there's some type of opportunity that's there in your face, or like it's in your vicinity. You can see it out of your peripheral, your front, like you can feel it behind you. And I feel like people are telling you that you can do it. But it's like you're sitting down. It's like, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if they ask me again, then I'll do it. Like, you have control over your growth. Like, I don't know if you're probably scared that if you were to take that opportunity that you would fail at it. But you have a lot of people that are behind you that would support you with it. I think I get like a feeling of you being like intimidated by it possibly. And then with the Tower, it's like I feel maybe you tried to do something like that before and it didn't work out. Like you maybe tried to open up your own little business or something, like, or you had an idea and it didn't pan out the way that you wanted it to. Like everything just kind of came crashing down. And it's like now you're still that leader, you're still that person that people look up to. You still have a good way of thinking, strategizing, but I think something potentially happened before that now it's not that you're questioning yourself. It's just that you're wanting everything to be right before you make that step. I get a sense of like doubt. Like I don't know why I'm getting that, because with the Emperor, it's like this strong person, but it's like I'm getting this sense of like doubt. Like, yeah, no, I'll do it next time, not this time. I get a sense of doubt. Let me try to get another card, because I don't know why in Death. I feel like something happened. Something didn't pan out the way you wanted it to pan out. And now it's like you're afraid to even try to do it again. So it's like you're stopping yourself from even evolving into seeing if this would work out, because you remember what happened last time. So it's like you're afraid to, unless you know how it's going to start, who's going to help, how much are they going to help, how much is it going to, like, you want to know every little thing before you put yourself into it. But that's not the way shit goes. Like, no matter what, like, you're not going to know everything that happens within something. There are some things that are just going to happen out of nowhere. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's good. And with this, I don't think it's bad. I think there is something that is going to be beautiful if you take that chance again. I think you're afraid to take the chance. You're aware that you have the ability to do so, but because of what happened before, you're like, I'll think about it. But in actuality, you're like, I can't do that. Like, you remember what happened last time? Like, that's the conversations you're having in your head. But you have to realize that the end of something doesn't mean that it's completely finished. Like, you can just restart, transform, begin again. Take what happened last time and work it into this time so that doesn't happen. Get help, get advice from people who are successful and put it in with your ideas of it, because you have the ability to do it and you have people that will back you. But something happened before and you're afraid to start it over again because of this Tower that happened last. You're still thinking about that. That has like, it has like a space in your head now. Like, you remember what happened last time? You remember what happened last time? I know. What you don't have control over. We have the Hanged Man. And the Eight of Pentacles. What you don't have control over. You need to gain, you need to change your perspective of it. I feel like you're sticking, you're holding on to the way that you expect it to happen. It's like, if it doesn't happen that way, then it's just not going to happen. But that's not true. And you need to change that mindset. You need to change that perspective of like, I did that last time. And like, see, it didn't get me nowhere. Like that, like, okay, so switch it up. Do something different. Do it backwards, hell. Have somebody else do this. Like, it's switch it up. You got to switch it up. But the way that you're doing it is like, you're just sitting there. Like, no, it has to go this way. This has to be like this for today. And then tomorrow it's going to be like that. And then at the end of the week, it's going to be like this. And you're not open to... You're not open to like a different idea. You're not open to a different idea. I get a sense that you're kind of just like stuck into that one mode of thinking about things or how it's supposed to happen. You know that you're supposed to put in this much amount of work in order to get this result. You can't look at it this way because it has to go that way. Like, it's with the Hanged Man, that's like, to me, when I see the Hanged Man, I think of thoughts. It's basically like sitting with your thoughts, being bored, and just letting your thoughts roam. That's what I think when I get the Hanged Man. It's just like stagnant, like, or not even like stagnant in a bad way. It's just like you're allowing yourself to think freely. Like, you don't have your phone in your face. You don't have a TV in your face. You're not talking to somebody. You're outside or you're in your bed. You're just looking up at the damn roof, and you're not being distracted by anything. That's what I think when I see the Hanged Man. I have a feeling that you don't do that. I don't think you give yourself a time to think without other influences. And every time that does start to happen, where you do stop, whenever it is that you have like a chance to yourself, and you notice that like you're not being distracted by anything, you immediately start doing something else. Four of Wands. You want control over the wrong things. You want control over the wrong things. The things you do have control over, you don't pay attention to them. To them, those are not important to you, because you already know that you have control over it. It's the things that you don't have control over that you sit there and you bother yourself with. And it's like, you think about the things that you can't control, like it's a habit. Like, you just don't let that shit go, man. You don't. It's like you're not trusting. It's so weird. It's like complicated, but you're making it that way. All you have to do is just do it. Control what you can. Do it again. Or if you're not going to do it, then at least tell people that you're not going to do it. Instead of having them sit there thinking that you are going to do it, but they just waiting on your answer. When in actuality, you already know that you ain't going to fucking do it. You worried about the wrong things. What you need to know, you have the Two of Cups and the Star. What you need to know is if you would just get the fuck out of your head and just allow things to happen, just say yes, do what you're gonna do, forget what you're trying to control. Like, you won't let go of the fact that this is supposed to happen. Like, in your head, you're just like, it has to happen like this and no way else. If it doesn't happen like this, then it's just not gonna happen. You want to control, like, everything. Like, you want to control how people look at it. You want to control how people work at it, how you work at it. You just want to control every bit of it. That's not fun. That's, like, actually really freaking boring. Somebody who just wants to control every little thing. You know how boring that is? You can't control this. What you need to know is the Two of Cups and the Star. The amount of success that you would have. I feel like this Tower here, really, I don't know who did it, what happened, or what the hell. I don't know if this was a relationship. I'm getting more of a productive vibe. You have the Two of Cups and the Star. If you would just let go, you don't allow yourself to just let go. Like, you're always in go mode. You just want to... You have control over allowing whatever this is to begin again or try again. You have control over that. The only reason why it hasn't begun again is because you won't let it. You're still thinking about that death that happened, that tower that fell. And because of that, you're stuck in that mode of just thinking about what happened last time. You're in that hangman space of, like, just thinking about the last time it happened. Like, in your mind, you're like, oh man, I should have did this, or I should have did that, or I should have did this. Like, I should have worked hard on this. I should have, like, but it's gone. It happened. It's over. Move on. I don't know, people, like, it was a job and people got let go of. It's like, you're worried about the wrong, like, you're just stuck in that mode of, like, when it happened. That you're not allowing your mind to, like, even notice this. If you would just... There's so much to be gained. Let your mind run free. Your mind knows what it is, knows what it's doing. It knows. There's so much stuff to be gained if you just let go of it. Let go of the control. Yes, what happened before, whatever it was shitty. But now you are being, you have the opportunity to start over. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It can be something different. But you're so gung-ho on, no, it has to be like this. And I remember when it was like this. Like, I just got to do something different instead of what I did the last time. Like, no, just forget that shit. Just start over new. Pretend like this didn't even happen. Because it's, like, tainted the way you think. You just think that there's no way of... You're stuck in that. What you can't control is what happened. Whatever happened, happened. Thinking about it over and over and over. Writing it down and be like, damn, I should have did this instead of this. oh, this would have been so much smarter if it went like this instead of that. You can't do that. Thinking about what happened last time is not going to change right now. Like, at the end of the day, it still happened. Accept it and start over. That's it. You're stuck in that, like, I don't know. You're stuck there. And I think whatever it was something that was really good. Like, you were really enjoying it. You probably had a lot of people that were there that were enjoying it. But it fell through. So it's like you're in this mindset of like, yeah, I have this opportunity here, but don't you remember last time? Like, it could fall through the same way, and then I could hurt all these people the same. People could lose their jobs again. Like, it's like the way you're thinking about it is just like in a pessimistic way. But if you would just let that shit go, you would have love, harmony, wisdom. Like, the universe is literally on your side with this. But you're just refusing to restart. You're thinking about the woulda, coulda, shouldas. That's where you're stuck at right now. The woulda, coulda, shouldas. Whatever that was, it fell through for a reason. Do you need to know that reason? No. Would it be nice if you did? Hell yeah. But you don't know. And stopping yourself from taking on other opportunities because you don't want whatever happened to happen again is ridiculous. You have people in your corner who are just waiting. They waiting. They got you. They with you. You just gotta get the fuck up. Let it come. I get a work vibe with this. Or some type of like productive, something productive. Maybe a project at work or something. Oracle's message to you. Delight. You gotta stop thinking about that. Nothing you think about now is gonna change what happened then. Nothing. Think about it, okay? Write it down to know, okay, if this does happen, let's try to do this instead of what we did last time. But the way you are is like you're just stuck and you're trying to figure out exactly what happened in every last thing. And that you can't figure that out. Let it go and start over. You have the opportunity. It's right there. The universe. What else? The universe is on your side. You gotta let that shit go. The universe is on your side. Spirit right under that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there for you, my pal twos. I do hope that this flipped your switch. You caught what I was throwing. If so, please go ahead and leave a like, possibly subscribe. If not, that's okay too. Your presence here is just enough for me. And it's all love. Hope to see you in the next one. Toodaloo.